Yes, people, and welcome back to another video on the Bridge YouTube channel where we bring you all things Chelsea. I'm your host with the most, the Bridge 258, here to give you the match review for Chelsea 1, West Ham 3. Here we go. So, honestly, I would say this game has been a tale of two halves. In the first half, we were initially similarly to Liverpool quite shaky. West Ham were able to sort of kind of pounce upon us initially, and that obviously led to a Chilwell, bad pass to Levi Cole, who then was getting pressurized, and then that went out for a corner kick. Ward-Prowse, as you know, he's got a little whippy on him. If we're being honest, put in a brilliant corner. We were zonal marking, and that meant that obviously because we were zonal marking, no one was really marking Aguerd that well. We had Gallagher there, I'm afraid, and Gallagher got out muscled and out strength, and that meant Aguerd had the time and the space to hit the ball right at the back post into the back of the net. And that was 1-0 West Ham. After that, we upped the level, we upped our tempo, we were creating chances, just not being clinical enough. There was a chance for Sterling, chance for Jackson there. But then, luckily, it all ended up on Chukwuemeka. He was able to make that. Cut in and then shoot it, finesse shot into the back of the net to make it 1-1. Was really, really happy for him, by the way, Chukwuemeka for scoring that goal. After that, while we were still on top, we continued to press. That eventually, we still created some chances, and then obviously, as you all know, we weren't clinical enough yet again to get the ball into the back of the net. Then there was the foul on Sterling in the penalty area by Souček, which led to the penalty kick, and that was taken by Enzo, which he missed. However, it was later seen that Areola, the West Ham goalkeeper, was literally encroaching. And guess what, man? Apparently VAR doesn't check that in the moment. But hey ho, man, we move on. We move in it, you know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Shouldn't be blaming VAR. If we had taken our chances, we would have won the game. So that eventually ended up there. And then there was that massive great chance by Sterling where he literally just went through four man, cut inside. Jackson wasn't there. Because he's just behind them, and then he had Chukwuemeka that was there, and Chukwuemeka I think he thought that the pass was going like that way via the goal line rather than diagonally, so he was just running there, and then it came to Chilwell, he shot with his weak foot, and then it got saved. But then sadly at the end of that half, Chukwuemeka got injured. Something clearly happened with his knee injury. It was like an impact injury. However, after the game, he literally could not even walk. He was on crutches. I can't lie to you, especially when it's a knee injury and that sort of thing, and you hear you can't walk on it properly. It's not looking good, bruv. I'll be extremely honest on that one. Second half, we come back in. I don't know what happened in the changing rooms, or something just happened. The level dropped, the energy dropped, a lot of stuff just dropped in my opinion. Obviously we brought in Mudryk in the second half. We'll speak soon on him. We then Disasi in like around about the 53rd minute, if I'm not mistaken, passed it to, I think it was either Benrahma or someone else, if I'm not mistaken, but it's definitely Benrahma Emerson. Benrahma then passes to Antonio, and Antonio is able to outmuscle Levi Cole, and then I don't know why Disasi did this. Disasi was literally like, obviously it was in front of him, he was trying to do something. He moves back slightly after the fake shot that Antonio does initially, and then that gives Antonio a more space than he already had, and then Antonio just whips it through his leg, shoots it crazily into the back of the net. Sanchez literally had no chance on that one in my opinion, and it is what it is. And then after that, we had Mudryk there who was acting as a CM, and then you had Chilwell left wing. That was not working at all because literally, I hate to tell you this, guys, but Mudryk cannot work as a CM. We then took Chilwell off, and I believe we brought in, if I'm not mistaken, it was Caicedo on. I believe it was Caicedo we brought on, and then that meant that Mudryk was back to left wing. Caicedo was playing the deepest part of the six. Gallagher, Enzo, and then. Honestly, Mudryk missed a crazy chance, even though it was offside. Like, I know people know what I'm talking about, where he literally just went where he literally just had to it was just a normal, relaxed volley into the back of the net there, because he even had a gap between the two defenders to just put that through in there. But I don't know what happened. He must have hit it like this, and like it went all the way over there, man. Honestly, it was ridiculous in my opinion, kind of crazy. But it's what it is. And then after that, we brought on Madueke. We even brought on Burstow to put the kitchen sink there. But at the end of the day, it just didn't work. And like guys, going forward into the match review, we just weren't clinical enough. And for me, in the first half, I don't know what happened in the first half. We're not clinical enough. I think for me, the reason why I can say something like that with Jackson, I think he was doing a lot of good work in the first half. He was doing all the other intangibles correctly. The thing for him is just that he's not able to put the ball in and shoot currently. And like again, he's a young striker. And I think I expect that from him because I know that he's young. I know that he's not going to be straight away like that. We bought this guy for £30 million. £30 million. He's not going to be the automatic, the truth. He's not going to be the automatic answer. He needs time to develop. I understand that. I want to give big props to Sterling. The first half, it was amazing. Second half, not so much, in my opinion. Much like the other players, his level dropped. Shout out to Chukwuemeka. He had a very good first half performance. It seems that he was like the linchpin of the team because after he left, everything just went kaput, quite literally. Honestly, man, if I and Gusto, want to give a good shout out to Malo Gusto, man. I think was doing a decent job. Was doing really well against Benrahma, and honestly, man, it's a great guy to have as your backup, man. At the end of the day, man. At the end of the day, he's a great backup to have. But now let's really talk about the team. Honestly, when it comes to me for Chilwell, it's not working, bro. Him as a left winger is not working right now, lads. I'll be honest, it's not working. This left wing Chilwell stuff, this experiment needs to end now because he's not working right now. He wasn't doing that much and going forward, wasn't providing that much. Barring the chance that he had that I spoke about at the end of the first half, wasn't really helping himself that much. It was really Chukwuemeka on that side and Levi Colwill that were doing some stuff. But we need to put Chilwell back in his original position of left back. That's where he works best, not as a left winger. It's not working. And the thing is, the fact that he's playing Chilwell left wing is really an indictment on Mudryk, and we saw why he's not playing Mudryk because today, sadly, with Mudryk, even though I know he's a young player and everything, it was horrendous. It was not it. That volley that he did, guys. Oh, I don't know what to say, man. I actually don't know what to say. It's actually shocking that volley mess. It was shocking. I couldn't believe what I saw there, man. I don't know what to say, honestly. It was that bad. I swear to God, it was that bad. He was just getting locked up by Kufal. Wasn't working anywhere at all. And the thing for me when it comes to Mudryk, and I've come to realize this brother's not ready now. He was playing this guy, you would think he's not played professional. When I say professional football, I mean top level football. It's just this guy's not been playing for Shakhtar or something. He needs to improve, in my opinion. A lot of improvement is needed. Major improvement is needed. I know people may not like me saying this, but he actually needs to go to Strasbourg. He's one player where the reality situation is he needs Strasbourg actually. Go there, go to the French league. Not that much news on you. Can be, not that many the lights are not going to be on you there. Only place where the lights are on is PSG. Sometimes Lens, sometimes Rennes and Monaco. He can relax there, actually play his ball, learn to develop there, learn what to do, learn not what to do under Vieira and Strasbourg, and he would be alright. That's someone there. We actually have to put him there, in my opinion. People may disagree with me about that with Mudryk, but that is just it for me. Honestly, he needs to go there. I said to you guys before, Chilwell, not it, man. He's not it, but we need to go. This experiment needs to end with Chilwell, honestly, and this formation needs to end right now as well. We don't have a 10 anymore. Pochettino, bro, it's time to play 4-3-3. That's literally it. You can only play 4-3-3. Play Chilwell back in his OG position, even though I know defensively he's cracked. Yeah, he's not that great defensively, but putting Cucurella there is not going to change anything, man. It's going to be minimal difference in my opinion, except that Cucurella going forward is not providing you anything that much in this system. So we need to move on from that swiftly, in my opinion. And then, we speak about other guys. Gallagher, obviously, barring that, obviously that the crossing thing where he was poor defensively. I actually think he was one of our better. I think he did all right doing the interception stuff and everything. Bit more spatially aware than usual. But honestly, man, Disasi, bro, I'm worried about Disasi, man. I don't know about you guys. You can tell me in the chat. You can tell me in the comments below. But Disasi worries me, man. Ball to feet, he's worrying me. The first half, he was looking pretty good. Second half, I don't know what happened, bro. Was not it, man. Was not it personally. Lord have mercy, man. You gotta hope, man, that this is just a bad freaky game, and that going forward he doesn't have that because. Badiashile still not going to be back. I think Badiashile should probably be back to fitness by not Luton, but the week after against Nottingham Forest. You got to hope that he's able to be okay for that one. He's got to be back to be okay for that one still, honestly, man. And Caicedo, I won't say much on him. The brother hasn't played that much. We knew this going forward, and I've said this a lot of times. He's only played 1 or 2 pre-seasons for Brighton. He came late to that one. Then he wasn't even playing games or training. Remember, he left training for us to not do anything. So it's a bit harsh for us to say that. So, and we didn't even know the posh tactics. So we just literally threw him into the deep end for nothing. You know what I'm saying? That's not even nice by us. It's very poor management there by Pochettino. So going forward, man, we've known for a while that our attack is an unknown quantity. We know, obviously, with Caicedo and Lavia, once that stuff gets sorted out with Poch, and I think once Benoit Badiashile's back, and, I think Malo Gusto has pretty much, I would argue, proved himself, so has Reece James. I feel like the defense pretty much is good, maybe bar in the left back area, but again, you can probably provide something around about there. it's they're known quantities, but the attack has always been an unknown quantity. Now, just while I was recording this, it's been reported that that Pochettino said that we're looking for more attackers and more strikers in particular as well, and that makes sense because at the end of the day, man, we need guys that are going to be able to be clinical and put the ball in the back of the net. But more so than anything, we need creativity. Essentially, the guys that we're targeting are going to be cutting and shoot guys that will be 1v1, beat their man 1v1, cutting, cross or cutting or pass or pass to the striker. And right now, Jackson, he's still young. He still needs time to develop. He's not going to be ready for that yet straight away. And I like Jackson, guys. Remember, I'm one of the guys that applauded him for coming to the football club. So if we need to find a creativity essentially, we need to make that happen fast, quickly, like arriba. Literally, there's no other way to put it. But this game, man, it's a disappointing loss. But again, if it's better to lose now than when we're losing when we don't want to be losing, like later on. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this we can take a loss in the second game week if we bring in what's necessary. If we are able to bring in the tactics and do what we need to do, and then going forward, we continue to win and continue to do as good as we can. The next game is Luton. Then it's AFC Wimbledon. Then Nottingham Forest, and then when we come back from the holiday, from the football break week for the internationals, is Bournemouth. We need to be winning all those games. No, literally, we need to be winning all of those games. I'm pretty sure you guys can agree with me as well. And we must beat Luton by more than 2 goals. We must beat Luton 3-0. It must be emphatic and it must be strong. There's no other way to put it, guys. That's pretty much it from me. And that's the video, guys. Please make sure to like, share, subscribe, as always. And I've been the Bridge YouTube channel. And as always, make sure to stay blue.